3 months ago, I looked like this. And now, I look like this. I went from loving myself to hating myself. So you might be asking yourself, Kevin, what happened? Okay, so I was in the gym, right? And I was hitting a new PR for preacher curls. And don't ask me why or how, but I injured my wrist from this stupid exercise. So pretty much, for the past 3 months, I've been skipping the gym, I've stopped eating food, all sources of protein and creatine. And now, I can't even look at myself in the mirror. And you know what? I'm not healed yet, but I'm moving to UCLA in less than a month, and first impressions are everything. So to get back the 15 pounds I lost, I was thinking what I could possibly do before I moved down. And there's really only one answer. Get it back in 2 weeks. You heard me. Get it back in 2 weeks. I've been outside with the mice. Yeah, eating that chicken and rice.
Good morning, everyone.
So there is a possibility that I'll just be getting fat by trying to gain 15 pounds in 2 weeks. But the thing is, I've never been fat, so I'm not even gonna worry about that. I've also never been good with numbers, so to simplify everything, I'm not gonna try and hit a calorie goal, I'm just gonna eat as much as possible. So if someone smart wants to calculate how many calories I really need weighing at 152.4 pounds, you can leave it in the comments because I guarantee I won't need it. Without further ado, Kevin, cue the workout montage. Keep in mind, this is my first workout in 3 months, and I took it a little easy, but still, I'm so much weaker, especially in my chest, and I'm exhausted. Anyways, here's the total calorie count for day 1. Now you might be asking yourself, is this really enough to gain 15 pounds in 2 weeks? Well, to be honest, I don't know. I know it shouldn't be, but we're breaking the rules of science in this video, so we're gonna figure this out together. Okay, so it's day 2, and I have no food, so that's why we've come to the holy grail of food. Costco. Okay, so the key to this diet is gonna be simplicity and consistency. And to keep it as simple as possible, I'll be eating beef and rice every single day, maybe even twice. Alright, now that we have the core food of the day, all we need now is the filler foods. Now you thought I was gonna get junk food? Absolutely not, I will not be cheating like that. But also, because I don't want to feel like shit. Anyways, I think we're ready to go check out. Not bad for 2 weeks of food. Okay, so I got all the food in the back, and this is what the day is gonna look like. Wake up, eat my homemade 600 calorie oatmeal with peanut butter, a banana, and Greek yogurt. Play Clash Royale for 30 minutes for the food to digest. Go to the gym and destroy my body. Get home and drink a protein shake with even more bananas and peanut butter, as well as a protein bar, 600 calories. Take a shower, study for econ. Make my beef, rice, and egg lunch plus a salad where I aim for 1,000 calories. A few hours later, eat the remaining of my healthy snacks targeting 300 calories. For dinner, repeat what I had for lunch, minus the salad but add a potato, 700 calories. And all this brings me a little over 3,000 calories. So as I said, I didn't really calculate how much I was supposed to eat, but I'm pretty sure I'm way below where I should be. But my body's kind of weird, I can gain a lot of weight even if I'm at a deficit. I'm not in a deficit, but you get the point. Anyways, I'll change my diet at the end of this week if I'm not 8 pounds heavier. Anyways, cheers! Soon, I would find out the real challenge of this goal. Going from not eating at all to eating this much is a huge jump. I'm able to get all the food down, but I'm not even kidding when I say this. I've been on the toilet at least 10 times a day. Which I kind of saw coming because I started creatine again to help with this challenge, so I kind of signed up for this. But the good news is, I like going to the bathroom, so this is a win. Guys, it's not even an exaggeration to say I spend 2 hours a day on the toilet. I mean, I only have to do this for 2 weeks, so I guess it's not that bad, but still. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, mid-workout update. I'm starting to notice I have more energy in the gym, probably because I'm actually eating. Also, since I'm going in the morning before I've eaten too much, it's not too bad, I think. Anyways, I'm getting Chipotle after this. I don't know if you care. It's more calories. After stuffing down my Chipotle and more training, we finally made it to the halfway point. Alright guys, we've made it to the end of week 1, and honestly, I don't know what to expect. Because if I'm not 8 pounds heavier, I'm gonna have to eat more, which kind of sucks, but it's doable. I just really don't want to. Anyways, let's see our progress after a week. Alright, so this is 1 week back into the gym, and I'm definitely noticing a difference. Especially in my chest, my shoulders, pretty much everywhere. My abs, This is kind of insane for 1 week. I don't know if it's 8 pounds. It might be, honestly. If you were wondering, this is a comparison to when I started. So I'm definitely not at my peak yet, but I'm definitely making progress. And honestly, if I'm not 8 pounds heavier, I won't be that mad, but eating all this food is really paying off. Anyways, let's go see how much weight I actually gained. I should be somewhere around 160 pounds. Probably 159 to 161, I'll be happy. No way! Oh my gosh. I didn't even think it was possible. Wait, that's over 10 pounds in 1 week. As excited as I was, we still have 5 more pounds to go, but this time without creatine. Guys, we're finally at the end of week 2, and this is what we've all been waiting for. I'll be honest though, I'm a little scared because we made great progress in week 1, but as I said before, that was mostly creatine that probably got me that weight, and I'm also way weaker than I was 3 months ago, so that means all the weight I did gain was probably mostly fat. But I think overall this was definitely worth it. I was eating more than I usually do, but not an outrageous amount of calories, and I eventually got used to eating that much, other than the fact that I was still pooping a lot. But if that's what it takes to look like this, I'll do this for the rest of my life. Anyways, I'm super excited to compare day 14 to day 1 because it's gonna be close. I don't know if I actually got the 15 pounds, and if for some reason I weigh less than I did last week, well, I don't even know what to say. Anyways, let's go see how we look first. Alright guys, it's time for me to take off my clothes and see day 14 results. I'm definitely not the same person I was 2 weeks ago, and all it took was a good amount of food. It's a little harder to tell the difference between this week and last week, but I think overall I'm more toned everywhere, which is less fat, which is always good. Here's a quick comparison of what I looked like throughout the week. Alright, now for the real test. Officially, I should be 167.4 pounds for our goal. We did not get the 15 pounds. Wow. I'll be honest, after the first week, once we got the 10 pounds, I was like, this is gonna be easy. So this past week, I was a little less consistent with my diet. I didn't even eat breakfast this morning, but I'm not trying to make excuses. This one is fully on me, guys, but I was still able to get 13 pounds, which is not bad. I'll take it. And I never actually was 167 pounds. I actually only ever maxed out 165, so I'm back to my original weight, which, I couldn't ask for more. Anyways, the challenge was definitely worth it. I'm probably going to continue to do this diet, just take down the calories down a notch, because as I said before, I'm not back to my full strength yet, but I'm back to my full frame, which is really all we needed before we moved down to UCLA. Because everyone knows that the only thing that matters is what's on the outside. And that was my attempt of gaining 15 pounds in 2 weeks. We didn't reach that goal, but what's the point of making a goal you know you're going to get? I'm still very proud of the result I got in the end, so we'll call this a win. Would I recommend you try this? Absolutely. I could have eaten more calories, but I wanted to keep a clean gut and also not be making food every other hour of the day. But I had a very healthy 2 weeks. The reason I was able to gain so much weight in the first week was because of muscle memory and the creatine I hadn't taken for the past 3 months. So it was a lot easier to get everything back. So just don't expect the same results. This was a very fun experience going to the gym and filming myself, all for the purpose of having this body. So try this challenge yourself and let me know how it goes in the comments. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.